Making some good progress. We've been at this quite a while. Some of the things, when we first bought this house, probably about, I don't know, 8 years ago now, this shop really didn't have very many amenities in it. It had a 200 amp service coming in here, but no insulation in the building, no air conditioning, which is what I'm kind of showcasing here. These are two 18,000 BTU mini splits. And we've run a significant amount of electricity throughout the shop and just changed things up quite a bit. Now, this engine's one for a project, so it's gonna go out to the shipping container that we got to give us some more room here in the shop, but got a new bench here. Good friend of mine, him and I, James, work together in here pretty much all the time. He had this thing kicking around, and to a lot of people out there, a bench is probably not, really anything to write home about. But this one's a pretty cool bench. It's got a real old school Craftsman vise on it. Everything slopes to the center, so he built basically a level pad for this beef of a vise here. And in the center there, you can see it's got a drain hole. So as you tear something down, everything goes into that drain. Now it has this perimeter in here, so there'll be a bucket in the center, and then we can use the bottom for storage. But this thing is a beast, so really cool addition to the shop. We've had our normal vise, which is on normal bench, which is on casters. Having a vise on a bench that's on casters, I've learned is not the greatest decision. It is really nice to be able to move it around, but if you really got to get pretty aggressive with something with the vise, it definitely defeats the purpose. So it's Sunday today. We've got some things going on. I'll probably spend a little time out here. My goal today is to get the vise cleaned off. Get the bench cleaned off, spin the bench into the corner, get everything else moved kind of in here so it doesn't impede this door. That's really my biggest goal in getting the shop organized, among with others, but is to get some flow into the shop to where as you bring big items in here, it's not such a big deal. We did relocate the fridge next to the toolbox here, and what my boys worked on yesterday was getting these shelves cleaned off. I put these shelves up here many years ago at this point, and there's kind of always been this little nook right here. And so we came up with a cabinet here. All this went in the cabinet so the shelves can come down. The box will be able to move into the corner, and we'll have and get this area all cleaned up. So, it's anything, when you move one thing, you got to move 75 other things, but that's what I'm hoping to work a little bit on today. Get some places for some of our shop equipment that it's not out here in the middle, and then have this all ready to rock. Got a little bit going on over in the corner. We've done a million videos on our shop expansion over the dry van trailer. We're not going to spend any time on that today. One of the things, and I use this actually quite a lot, this is a louvered fan that as you turn the fan on, it'll suck any of the fumes or nastiness out of here. And even before we bought the place, there was a wood stove here. The wood stove was gone, but the flue has been there. And I was in a hurry, and so I just hacked a hole in the shop, and I put this in here probably 3 or 4 years ago. This is in a bad spot because I can't back a car up far enough, and so we're gonna move that up here. This cabinet, once that's in there, will get moved back. We need to do some insulating there. Eventually, what's gonna happen is this is gonna be a drive-through shop. And so there will be a large, tall shop door right here. That'll be outside, so the end of the door will be right in here somewhere. So that will give us the ability to pull or drive through disabled vehicles, etc., as well as make this bay a little bit more user-friendly. We've got this corner over here. Eventually there'll be a door here going into the addition that we're hopefully gonna get the concrete started maybe at the end of the year in the fall. But just kind of getting things cleaned up. This is a big project we've got in here. There'll be some other videos on the channel where we're doing some valve repair on this thing. But gonna be able to locate my roll cart kind of right back behind, just a little bit farther back. So anytime we've got a vehicle either here or here, either James or I will have our equipment pretty close, and the roll carts are on wheels. So this bench has been here forever. It's a Blue Point, I think. I bought it many years ago. Been a good bench. Trying to get some things kind of pulled down, cleaned up. We did relocate our pellet stove. It's going to be more centrally located this year because winter's going to be here before we know it. And then we made, I really like these racks. These were salvage racks. Somebody was throwing them away. But we went ahead and spanned off of the rafters just with some exhaust pipe. Came down and nipped this pole right here that used to go all the way to the ground. And that gives you a lot better flow through the shop here to get, you know, around with a wheel and tire or whatever the case may be. So these are our wash station, basically, our hot pressure cabinet, standard parts washer, agitated parts washer, obviously a drill press. So kind of just an update on the shop, what's going on, what we're working on. Put a lot of time and money in it. You know, we spend a lot of time out here in the shop, and we don't need to fight it any harder than it already is. And so as we get the shop organized and get it more set up, it really makes a big difference. If you guys have some ideas out there, or some organization or thoughts, I would love for you to leave them down in the comments. But that's where we're at, mid 2025.